Let's get good. I am the gamer under development, and this is Old World, and we are back in the beautiful city of Roma. Oh, that's new. I don't know what that 3 stands for. Does that mean that we're like the 3rd place city in the world? I'm not sure what that 3 trophy stands for. That's a new thing that we haven't seen before. And I'm not seeing anything that really indicates what that stands for specifically. That being said, I did not see any errors when we started, and I am checking OBS and everything looks to be back in order after a rough week with this game last week. Looks good. Okay, so we're gonna hop around to our next unit here, and it looks like that is our scout, but I want to make sure we don't have any... Oh no, I just skipped it, I think. Whoops. Yeah, so as much as things are kind of better, they're also kind of not. Like, for reasons, things are cutting off the screen and it's actually hard to see, but it is recording properly, which is the important part. Okay. Our supporter Apius has come to us with valuable information. His agents in Carthage have discovered a cache of unfinished maps that show the farthest reaches of the nation's borders. Apius will have the maps brought to the court, but getting the spies out of Carthage will not be easy. Prince Apius, not allied with King Numerius the New, revealed territory of Carthage, requires Prince Apius allied with King Numerius the New. Okay, so wait a minute. So Apius has spies in Carthage, and now we've got to find a way to get them out. We can smuggle them in trade shipments, we can ask the Gauls to provide safe passage. This is actually not necessarily a bad thing. I think we have a pretty good standing with the Gauls right now. If I can... Yeah, we have a really high standing with the Gauls. They're very friendly with us, so there's no need for us to worry about losing the opinion there. And the other option is send an official Roman escort, which will actually lose us opinion with Carthage. I'm not super fond of that idea. We're going to go ahead and take advantage of the high reputation we have with the Gauls here. So the Gauls should provide safe passage. Alright, allied with the Gauls. Prince Apius, 5 orders were sold. Spearman was attacked. Oh, that's right. So we've got these units here that are fighting for this barbarian stronghold that we're trying to capture so that we can found our next city there. I'm going to go ahead and pull this spearman back using our orders, and then go ahead and heal them if we can, which it does seem like we can. I was almost clicked the wrong button there. Okay, so now we got heal done on them. With this other spearman here, though, like, this is a... Really? That's somewhat weird. We highlight them and it shows the bar of the other army. I wonder, yeah, they're gaining a bonus for being adjacent to each other. So I think what I'm actually going to do is pull this unit back and kind of see if we can string them along, force them to follow us if they want to engage. If we do that, we might be able to separate them a little bit and get rid of some of that adjacency bonus. We have 1 idle military unit. We have an idle civilian unit here. This is our settler that is ready to go. We do have a city site available here that is connected to our other cities by river. I don't think that's a bad site for us to go to. I do want to get this one next, but I also know that we have another settler in progress up here that will finish in 1 year. So we're going to go ahead and send this guy right on over here. The closest he can get this turn is there, which is fine. Alright, so that's done. Make a decision. Improve relations, stub. You have an opportunity to improve relations with either Persia or Egypt. I can't actually select Persia here, so I guess Egypt. Egypt will gain 175 research for that, which is fine. And then we have a free settler that was discovered. That was how we got that settler we're moving right now, and now we need to pick another unit. Permanently trashed when discarded. I'm not entirely sure what this little symbol here stands for. We could also go for barracks, which will allow us to enable officers. That seems like a good deal. They're recommending we go for drama, which will give us music and the theater. The theater actually helps us because we're trying to have 5 developing cities right now, so we're going to go ahead and go for drama, actually. To be fair, their recommendations so far have been spot on, which is actually kind of cool, because normally in games like this, when it like recommends something for you to do, it's usually not the best option, it's an okay option. In this case, I think we've been getting the best option quite a bit, to be honest. Okay, we're just gonna keep exploring with this guy, see what we can find. We did find another city site way up there. That being said, we have no interest in settling that far from the rest of our people. We would rather settle down here, as I said, on the ocean so that we can take advantage of these pearls. Now, I know one of our families was grumpy about not having pearls, and I believe that it was the Julius family. If I'm not mistaken, they really, really want their pearls. Yeah, they're missing pearls. Okay, so the Julius family will be founded here. We've already got 2 seats that we've given to the Claudius family, so I believe that the family we're going to found with right here on the water on this city site is probably going to be the Valerius family, just to keep them happy. That being said, if there are enough rural resources here, there probably are. We've got mountains, we've got some, yeah, maybe we will. Like, I'm tempted to give this seat to the Claudius family again, because the Claudius family is able to train specialists faster, and that makes them very, very useful, in my opinion. I wish there was I'm sure there is a way that I'm not understanding, but it'd be nice if there was a way for us to compare all of our cities. Here we go. This is nice. So let's take a look at our different cities and kind of see how they do compare. So primarily, I want to look at the difference between Antium and Roma. So Antium right now is generating slightly less civics. They are generating slightly less training. They have a weaker culture. They're more discontent. They're actually just behind in pretty much every way, which is weird to me. They are generating more stone, but it's weird to me that they're behind in every way because they have so many more specialists. Look at this. They've got 3 different specialists here that are increasing yields from the things they're on. I mean, considering that they did start after Roma, I guess that's still a pretty decent amount of comparison right there. Like, they're not super far apart. They're nowhere near as far apart as I would imagine that Rome and Ostia are. Yeah, look at, like, here you can really see the difference. Places like Science are very close. They're actually making more money in Antium than they are in Roma. Orders are less coming from there, but that may have to do with one of them being technically our capital. The food is almost comparable right there, and that's actually a very important thing because it affects growth, I believe. Well, no, growth is right here, and the growth in Antium is actually better than the growth in Roma. So that's sort of something to consider when we're founding this next seat. I really feel like the Claudius family would be able to get the best value out of this because of all the natural resources around, but at the same time, I honestly don't. I mean, the Valerius family will be fine. They'll be fine, guys. They'll be fine. Let's go ahead and hop to our next unit. That's this military unit. We're gonna go ahead and fortify here to see if we can draw them into attacking a fortified unit. That would be awesome. And then we have a scout left who cannot move any further. Pieface's lessons. On more than one occasion, the court fool Pieface has been discovered tutoring the royal children. His lessons, tossing dung at the heads of the noble families, covering the palace walls with offensive scribbles, and riding goats through the streets of Roma. Despite his pleasant demeanor, the buffoon may need to be banished. He's simply a lovable prankster, which would make him endeared to King Numerius. Tell the royal guards to refuse him, which gives all families plus 20 opinion for 20 years, and he will leave the court. Sorry, had to get the doggo under control. Tell the royal guards to refuse him. Seems like the best option. 40 lashes is a little bit much, in my opinion. I think this is a nice way for us to just gain opinion for 20 years with all of the families. Let's do that. Losing Pieface isn't the end of the world. I don't know what he would actually have been contributing that was extremely valuable. Let's go ahead and end our year here and see what happens. So they are engaging now, which is good, because they didn't engage together there, I don't think. I think they came one at a time, so they may not have gotten their adjacency bonus. King Numerius the New, is now ill. Okay, so we're getting ready to die. It's time for another child king, apparently. Let's go ahead and heal here. And then Beneventum has a special event going on. Okay, so this is actually kind of cool. We now have these nice little, like, exclamation point notifications that something is happening here. Can I see what the event is? If I look down here, I cannot. What about if I click here? Do I see what the event is? No. So yeah, maybe. Oh, I think this is just because it's idle. Okay, that's cool. New iconography, guys. Trying to figure out how it all works. Yeah, so that was because this is idle. We can work on the forum, which will lower discontent. Do we currently have a correct family unit here guarding? We do. We have a spearman belonging to the Julius family. So they're not gaining any discontent at the moment, which means if we go ahead and build the forum, there is a... Oh, wait, the forum's not the discontent one. That's the festival. The forum is civics here, and that's what the game is recommending we go for. I'm not opposed to that, but right now we're losing food here as well, so I wonder... Well, I guess we're working on that in a different way. This is tough, right? Because we could go for the festival to lower discontent. I don't think that that's a bad idea, but at the same time, I do see the value in building the forum to get us some additional civics. Although civics... I mean, civics are the specialty of this family as well, right? Yeah. Civics are the specialty of this family. So that makes sense. Let's go for it. I haven't done much with the forum yet, I don't think, so we'll go for that. And then they want me to go festival, which makes sense. Because we want to lower that discontent level as quickly as possible. Speaking of, I'm curious what the discontent is here. Oof, that is not a good discontent level. We do have a spearman from the appropriate family, the Claudius family, finishing there relatively soon, though. We have our new settler out. We're actually going to send them over this way. And that's primarily just to get them ready for when we do finish off these barbarians, but it is not a quick process at the moment. Those barbarians are being quite a pain. And then here we have to decide whether we want to settle another seat for the Valerius family or for the Claudius family. We already know the Julius family is getting this one. So I think... So just to keep things balanced, it makes the most sense to give it to the Valerius family, but I think the Claudius family will actually be able to do more with this city. So I'm going to go with that. I am probably going to... Yeah, the Valerius family didn't like that. The Claudius family is extremely happy, and the Julius family is not in a good place either. So we have angered quite a few people by doing this. I think it'll be fine in the long run. Hold control to insert at the front. Hold alt to buy. Yeah, let's just buy a spearman here. Still gonna take them 8 years. I'm not super worried about that. The main thing is to get a family guard here so that they can keep the discontent down. And then here, these guys are just kind of hanging out and fighting still. These guys are somewhat healed, but we can't move them since they did heal. This is perhaps a bit dangerous to leave them here, to be honest. I feel like maybe we need to pull them back, but at the same time, I question whether or not we could just flat out eliminate... I think we could flat out eliminate these guys. But whether or not that means that we can then survive fighting the next group is beyond me. Oh my god. The pets today, guys. The pets today. I do apologize. The pets are just off the hook this morning. Okay. So I think we definitely come over here and just kill these guys. And we get to upgrade, which means courage, which is additional strength, or wisdom, which is additional crit chance. Or we can go for brave, which is 10% additional damage in melee. I do feel like brave is a good option here, so I'm gonna go for that. And then we'll leave them there. What we may do now, since the numbers are more in our favor, we can't actually move these guys. Darn, I was gonna move them in to, like, reinforce there, but we cannot do that at the moment. We do have an idle civil worker here, which is one of these wonderful workers in Ostia. So I think what we'll do with that guy is we'll actually send him down to Iridium here so that he can start to build improvements for them. That seems to make the most sense to me. And then if we come back over here to Ostia and we start to look at what specialists they can build, because we did just finish a settler here, so there could be some value in gaining additional culture from this particular specialist, but there's also, you know, some value in gaining more iron from these guys. Where are we at on iron? We're still at 0 iron right now, stockpiled, which means we're burning through as much as we're generating. So I do think we get more out of increasing our iron yield. And we get 5.7 for going with that one. So yeah, I think we'll go here. And then the next specialist we build will go to the... There. That makes a lot of sense. They should be a squared away situation, or in a squared away situation there. Discontent is managed in Ostia, so that's not an issue. We should finish a spearman here in a year, which will help us control the discontent in Antium, and then begin to perhaps work on it by using festivals to lower it. And Iridium is not quite discontent yet, and we are working as quickly as we can on finishing that spearman so that we can prevent them from becoming discontent in the first place. Okay. Ending our year. Oof, that is a rough fight right there. King Marius the New is no longer ill. Awesome. Okay, so we're not gonna die after all. Retiring General. Duke Remus, your uncle, General of the Spearmen, is too old and has retired from the field. Choose new general. So we can send our queen to be the new general. She's actually very, very talented, it would seem. Or we could become the new general ourselves, which gives +1 movement. I do feel like our character's probably more inclined to, like, well, he does give an addition... What is that? 30% defense? That actually does seem really, really strong for a spearman. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that. King Numerius the New is fine. Choose him. Alright, so we are ready to go. This unit is healed up now. We're going to go ahead and move them into the fray, so to speak. Wait, why am I unable to... Why am I unable to move these guys up far enough? Are they still just, like, automatically healing? What is the deal here? Oh, okay. I think what happened here... This is actually where the general retired, so their movement is kind of already consumed. In that case, we're going to go ahead and bring this unit back and get them healing, and then we'll re-engage with both of those units prepared. We do have an additional spearman right here, and we have new research to be done. Let's go ahead and work on... Oh, Chancellor. I like that. I like Chancellor, but we have the archive here as a recommendation. It does require metaphysics, which apparently we don't have because it shows as red, so I don't know how we can choose this. That would give us additional science per year, which seems okay, but I don't know that it's necessarily the best option. Professional, military, volunteers. I thought we already selected this one, but I could be wrong, I guess. Can hurry city production with population. Minus 25% train time for infantry units. I actually really like the professional armies law right here. So it wouldn't hurt to get that. Guilds would allow us to build improvements faster. Elder Specialist gives 4 culture and minus 25% urban specialist training time. Ooh, that's actually really good too. So yeah, I feel like the metaphysics, this is the first time they've been like, you should do this one, and I'm like, nah. Doesn't seem great. I feel like everything else is a better option here. Trade mission, family gifts in prison. Chancellor being unlocked is actually not a terrible thing here. So that's going to give us more of a global effect. This is going to allow us to train military units quicker, although we basically got the majority of our military units trained because we're not going heavy military. And this one right here is going to allow us to build city improvements faster, which I think is going to overall be the best one. But it's also the longest number of years to complete, so I think we'll go with the spoked wheel here. Mainly so that we get our Chancellor unlocked. Okay, that should be good. Let's jump to the next unit. We have our Settler here that we're not taking advantage of at the moment, primarily because we know we need to build them up to here. However, what we can do, because we know that we need to do that, is we can start building roads. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to start building roads. In the meantime, I believe that there is a map view. Oh boy. I may have just messed up the resolution again. So that's good. I literally pressed M on the keyboard, guys, and it messed things up. 1 second. Let me fix that real quick. There we go. That should do it. Or not. Ah, there we go. So, what I was trying to do was figure out where our culture map is, or our connection map is. And I know it's under one of these. I'm just not sure which. So it's not under there. Obviously, it's not under inheritance. Why would it be under there? It's also not under this, although this is nice because it does kind of give us a general overview of what's going on. So where is it then? Because I know we saw the connections view when we were looking around on the last episode, because we were able to see like the roads and things and how they actually tie together. I know it's in here somewhere. I just don't know where. I can't remember. It has been a rough week. Okay. Not there. Not there. Is it here? Antium is idle. Show danger. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. It's down here, I bet. City connections overlay. There we go. So I believe that in theory we are connected because we do have the rivers. Yeah. So we're connected due to the river to Iridium. So it doesn't actually need roads. We could build roads. They would give like an additional connection, but we don't really need it because the river connects all of our different nations. I do think that based on the quality of the green that it's showing on the map, that perhaps the road connections are a stronger connection. And the main reason we want those connections is because it does help manage discontent, I believe. So I don't know that we need to build a road here after all. I think what we can do instead is just start to build things that are actually going to help the area grow. So this is an urban building that would produce an additional 10 gold, which isn't going to help us that much. The camp here would actually help us because it'll generate additional growth in food, which is excellent. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And send this worker on over here and tell him to begin building a camp. Lovely. And then we've got our settler here that we're still kind of keeping in this area. I'm going to move him a little bit closer to the destination, which is up here with these barbarians once we take them out. I think that's definitely a good idea. And then Antium itself is idle, having just built its own spearmen, which is managing the discontent in the city. It is telling us we should build a forum here to gain more civics, but I feel like maybe we want to do a festival just because I want to see what the effect of the festival is actually on our discontent here. It's a 4-year festival as well, which means it'll finish before any festivals in any other cities we have going. I don't know if there's one going in Roma. No, there's Fishers Queued in Roma. Okay, so that's fine. We'll do that. The festival will be done in 4 turns so we can see what it actually does for us. You are absolutely fine to either promote or just to hang out here until an enemy shows up. If we promote them, though, we're going to burn through some more training. I think we already completed the ambition for training, though, so that's actually not a bad thing. Versus general, plus 20%. Combat, plus 100 XP for this unit. Strength, plus 5%. Versus infantry, plus 10%. So I don't know how siege engines work in this game, because the plus 10% versus infantry would be my initial go-to. I mean, it's still probably a pretty good thing to pick up, to be honest. And then Baventium also has their own units that are done, and we can just give them plus 10% defense or plus 10% melee. I'm going to go with the defense right here, so that will level them up, and they are set to protect Baventium. Seems good. Seems good. We do have our scout out here who's found a Gaul city, it seems. I thought that was going to be a new city settlement site, but it is not. I'm going to go ahead and end our year, and let's see what happens. Carthage has begun construction of the necropolis. You are now known as the Surveyor. Improvements finished 13 times 10, 130. That gives plus 10 legitimacy for picking that up, which is awesome. Let's hop over to our next unit here. Okay, so we can also press 6 to just end the year early. I didn't know that. That's a nice thing to figure out. I think now we're in a good spot to move our military units in and engage. And we can do that just like so. This should give us a bonus for adjacency, so we should be able to wear these guys down, if not kill them. Oh, beautiful. You have come across an abandoned enemy supply cache after your recent victory, but your troops can only carry so much. What should they take? Take any food left behind to get more food. Take any weapons to gain more iron. We have plenty of food. We're low on iron. I'm going to go ahead and grab their iron. And then we also got a level up for King Numerius, who can gain 1 charisma, which will help out with some of our defensive stats and things. Or we can upgrade him to a forester, which isn't going to help much unless he's governing. I do like Fierce, though. I do like Fierce. I think Fierce is going to be very useful for us in the future. Okay, do not have the option of moving there, and I believe that's because we burned through all of our movement. Yeah. And I'm not going to force march them to get this last barbarian here. The good news is, though, that with all those other barbarians cleared out, we are going to have an adjacency bonus against those guys, which means we should be able to kill them relatively quickly. And I'm actually, like, I'm worried about moving our settler. We have zone of control. We have zone of control, so I'm going to move our settler right here. They should be relatively safe there. And then we will hop around to see what other units we have. We do have a worker right here. It occurs to me, though, that if the city connection works the way that I assume it does, then we may already have a city connection between this city and the other cities simply because of our ocean connection here. The ocean connection should theoretically provide a city connection. However, given that this is going to have pearls are extremely valuable. I would like to build a road system anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. We'll keep working on that road system. This guy here has just finished another mine that is going to allow us to generate that additional iron. That's why our iron is finally starting to climb up here. We could build another mine there. I don't think that that's necessarily the best option, though. We could build Odeon, which is a culture generating building. I don't think that's a bad idea. Building culture right now is actually something we're working on, so I'm going to go ahead and send him over here to do that. I hope I pronounced that right, Odeon. I'm not sure I did, but if not, I'm sure somebody will correct me in the comments, and I will learn from it. So we have a lumber mill here. We could also build an Odeon here. I think lumber is actually something we're kind of low on, and we just built a mill here, so if we build another one here, we should get additional lumber from it. I like that idea. Let's go ahead and do that. And then we've got this unit right here, which is working on... What did we just build here? Another lumber mill. So if we build another lumber mill right here, that'll mean even more lumber. I do think that Beneventum is low on food, so if we can find somewhere decent to build a farm, that would actually not be a bad idea either. I think we'll do that right over... Actually, if this is considered lush right here... Yeah, I think we'll do it right here because then we have 3 different hexes here that we can build farms on to increase the amount of food that's able to be generated there. Do we need to deforest this first? Is that why we don't have any options to build? Huh. Remove the trees, remove the trees, remove the trees. Okay, so we have to cut the trees first, which consumes an order, but we are out of orders. So I guess that's going to be it for this year. Yep, that seems fine. So we're going to end our year here, and hopefully soon be able to... News has arrived that Queen Dido, the noble of Carthage, is dead. A new ruler, King Himilco, the new of Carthage, has taken the throne. Alright, that works. The pyramids completed by Egypt. Duke Remus, your uncle, is now severely ill. Well, that's what he gets for abandoning the battlefield. Obviously, it was the only thing keeping him alive. Okay, so let's get in and get after these barbarians here. Very nice. Should be one more turn before we kill them and we're able to found our new city here. That is going to be the second city for the Julius family. That's our goal. Speaking of the families, they're all actually quite happy. The Claudius family is obviously the most happy because they have the most land. We'll balance that out a little bit. The Julius family will get this. And honestly, the Valerius family should be happy because they control the capital. Like, that should give additional happiness in my opinion. But that may just be my perception of it, so we won't go specifically off of that. Here, we're going to go ahead and build a farm, which will likely remove the trees as well. Very nice. This unit is just going to wait. We do have a worker that is free here, so we're going to go ahead and continue our road. All right, seems good. And then the settler, once again, we don't need to do anything with. This worker already did stuff, game. You won't actually let me do anything else with him, so why are you pretending? So we could promote here again Highlander, which would give bonuses from Highlands, from Urban, plus 25%. That's actually good since we are basically using them as a garrison. And then here we have Shield Bearer, which gives them additional defense from ranged. I think that's actually nice. We'll take that. So we're just kind of leveling up the units that are protecting our towns. And that's mainly because we have enough training to go for it. And we have some dies coming in, which is very nice. Open up to our next unit, which is the Scout. Let's go ahead and see what we can find out here in the Wilderness. I would actually really like to find another one of the ruins. Ruins have been very rewarding for us so far. I actually feel like exploration is one of the most rewarding activities in the game at this point. No, nothing out there. Okay. Can't wait to get all those sweet, sweet pearls. Submission. Armed soldiers of the Carthaginian military march through the streets of our capital at attention. Their leader, a pompous officer, preens before the court, offering an ominous threat. We must submit to Carthage or provide them with the requested tribute. Rome would rather fight than face dishonor. That would give us legitimacy. Or we could tribute 5 science to Carthage for 40 years. Let us charm your men and forget these thoughts of war. Requires affable. I'm getting kind of tired of Carthage, and we know that they're in upheaval because they just got a new leader. General, he is a chariot, so +1 movement as leader. I don't know what we want to do here. King Himilco. He's cautious of us right now. You know what? Get out. Just get out. You can be upset if you want to. If you want to go, Carthage, we'll go. I've had enough of you. I've had enough of you. We're almost done slaughtering barbarians, which is apparently our favorite pastime. So we're going to go ahead and end the turn there. Oh, what? Are you for real? Now that Sextus Claudius has completed his study of commerce, how shall he contribute to the court? What role best suits him? As a builder, which will make him an industrious planner and taskmaster, can add urban tiles, multiple workers can build improvements, all cities, and then minus 50% train time for workers, can serve as governor or chancellor, and has an additional +3 discipline, or we can make him a diplomat, player alliance, barbarian alliance. Yes, this. Yes, this. So he will be our new ambassador, I assume? Yeah, that's the plan. We're gonna make that boy our ambassador. Where is he? There he is. Yes. You, my friend, your job is to create an alliance with the barbarians. Why can we not do that? Barbarian peace with the Gauls. Yes, let's do that. Turns to complete 2 turns. Okay, let's do that, and then we're gonna see if we can get him to actually make an alliance. I don't know what this icon here means. I don't know if that means that they're, like, attacking our city, but I really don't like it. Is that Himilco himself? It is. It is Himilco himself. Okay, guys, finish your business here. We can promote the spearmen. We can hold a celebration. I'm gonna go ahead and promote the spearmen, and then we'll move our chariot in here and found the city for the Julius seat. There we go. Capua! Hey, I know this city. Okay, so we're gonna have lots and lots of gladiators in Capua, and we're not gonna make them angry because that doesn't end well. Let's go ahead and send this military unit down here. We are gonna send them over to defend Antium should that become necessary. I really hope for his sake that he doesn't decide to do what I think he's doing, because if he does, we're gonna have a lot of rough time with him. Arid flat scrub, arid flat trees. Not able to put farms on any of those areas, which is unfortunate because farms would contribute greatly to the growth here. Oof, this is all arid territory. There's really no farms that can be built here. That's not good. I guess we'll build a lumber mill here. I guess oh, wait. We can build a farm here. What kind of territory is this? Arid flat trees. Are trees one of the ones? Oh, lush. No, you can build on arid. You can build on arid. Okay, so that makes a lot more sense. Here, then, we're going to build a lumber mill because there are trees. We'll build on those straight-up arid tiles when we want to make more food for that city. Okay, we're going to add a road in there. This is really, really not good. The fact that... I don't know if that symbol means that we are at war with them or not. Oh, we are. We're straight up at war with them. The game didn't really let us know that, and that's fine. We'll go straight at it with Carthage on the next episode, folks, because I am out of time. I actually got to go get ready for a dental appointment. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to go ahead and give us a like or subscribe to the channel, and we will see you next time. Bye!